Meet Leo. At just 5 years old, he's already rolled in more questionable things than I care to count. If it smells weird or looks suspicious, he's all in. Which is exactly why bath time isn't optional around here.
Get into the bath. Come here.
He's a golden retriever, which means he loves water as long as it's not in a bathtub.
Come on. He's waiting for the treat tags.
For that, you'll need a bribe. Preferably something cheesy.
There you go. I knew it.
Between rolling in the grass and stepping into the tub, he's earned himself a little water break. Because staying clean is hard work when you're golden. We always start with a water sample just to make sure it's up to his standards. Once approved, we may proceed. It's time to soak the coat. And with a golden retriever like Leo, that's basically a full body workout. His fur is thick, plush, and impressively water resistant, so I really have to work the water in. I start at the neck and work my way down, parting the hair with my hands to make sure it reaches all the way to the skin. He stands there giving me dramatic side-eye, clearly offended that his royal golden mane is being soaked. I don't miss a spot, behind the ears, under the belly, between the toes, and of course his extra fluffy backside. After a few minutes, he goes from majestic golden boy to soaky loaf of bread. And that's when I know he's ready for shampoo. I lather it up and put on my special grooming gloves to really work it in. This is Leo's favorite part. It's like a full body massage and he completely melts into it.
I bet this gloves almost feel like a massage. Does it feel good?
I start by gently massaging his ears, hoping that once the dirt is gone, he might actually hear me the next time I say don't roll in that.
Leo is such a calm boy. He's such a joy to bath. Except for the times when he wants to shake.
By the time I reach his head, he's practically asleep, eyes closed, completely relaxed, and probably halfway through his third dream.
He's so relaxed, he's gonna fall asleep.
From his head, I move down to his neck and shoulders using slow circular motions to loosen any dirt hiding beneath all that fur.
You're such a good boy. You have to get right to the roots. Get all that gunk from your coat.
While I handled the scrubbing, his dad took on the equally important job of handing out extra treats. Teamwork makes the bath work. Then I get to his back, the holy grail of massage zones. The moment I start scrubbing, Leo melts like butter in the sun. This is his favorite spot to be massaged, and he makes sure I know it. And just when Leo looked like he might fall asleep standing up, our kitty strolled in to assist, offering silent support by sitting nearby. Eventually, we reach the royal behind, and judging by the look he gives me over his shoulder, he does not consider this part of the spa package. I work quickly but carefully while he stands there pretending he has no idea who I am.
Look at these gloves. And look at all that hair. Okay, mister. I think you're ready to get rinsed.
Then I try to rinse him, starting with his face. And that's when disaster strikes. He lunges into a full body shake right there in the tub, soaking the walls, the floor, and obviously me. I guess that was his way of getting revenge for the water in his eyes. Once the shaking is over and I've accepted my fate as a soaked human, it's time for towels. Lots of them.
Almost there. There you go. Just happened. Yes.
To be fair, towel drying is the moment he truly lives for. It's when he makes absolutely sure I have zero chance of escaping dry from the scene.
What a silly boy.
And when he gets too excited, he starts to twerk.
What are you doing,
But
mister?
let's not talk about that.
Oh no. Oh no.
At some point, I wrap one towel around his head, turning him into a very dramatic little babushka, which surprisingly he doesn't mind. Towel drying is fine. The dryer, however, is a whole different story. The moment I turn it on, his ears go back and his whole body stiffens. He's always been uneasy around it. And honestly, I don't blame him. We don't use it often, but with the summer heat and that thick coat of his, I'd rather deal with a few suspicious looks now than risk hot spots later. So, we compromise. I keep the dryer on the lowest setting first, hold it far enough away not to scare him, and arm myself with an unreasonable amount of treats. One hand for drying, one hand for feeding. The only method that works. He's not happy about it, but as long as the snacks keep coming, he stays. Cooperative, reluctant, like a very fluffy hostage with snacks. After the blow dryer, Leo is 80% dry, 100% floof, and emotionally done. But we still have a few finishing touches. I start brushing him out, slow and gentle, fluffing up the spots that got squished, and untangling the usual trouble zones, behind the ears and under the belly.
He's so squishy.
I flip him onto the other side to brush, and he falls asleep. Just like that, completely relaxed and snoring softly. So I lie down next to him for 5 minutes. Grooming can wait, because how could I not? I could stay here forever, but there's still the nails. Now, I love my dog, but I do not trust myself with the clippers near his toes. So this part, that's fiancé territory. I hand over the paw and step back because I'm absolutely the person who would cry more than the dog if I cut too close. Once the claws are safe and sound, it's back to me for the paw pads. I gently lift each fluffy foot, clearing away all the overgrown fur until those precious toe beans are smooth and soft again. He doesn't even wake up. Just a happy loaf in dreamland, getting pampered like the prince he is. And just like that, he's a brand new boy, clean, fluffy, baby powder fresh. Which means in 5 minutes, he'll be rolling in the nearest mud patch like this entire spa day never happened. And honestly, that's fine. That's Leo.